What you need is a large hook. I am using a 5.5mm crochet hook, some worsted weight yarn, and a pair of scissors for snipping off your end. Once you've got all of these materials, let's head over to the table and get started. See you soon! Working double-stranded within a project can be really useful, especially when you are working with a hat that calls for bulky yarn or a project that calls for worsted weight yarn and you just have fingering weight yarn. So to demonstrate, I have a couple rows of just regular double crochets, and I didn't count how many I had. And this is just regular worsted weight yarn that you can get at any craft store. So to begin working with a double strand, just go ahead and grab your yarn that you already have. Mine is already wrapped up in a little ball just like this. And I'm just going to grab the other end of the ball. I just gotta find it first. Oh, there it is. You can always take a little bit of time just to find the other end of the ball. And there we go. And you would just treat this second strand, this strand right here, as part of this strand. So go ahead and yarn over and just hold it just like that. And we are just going to yarn over just like that, holding the two strands together, and continue working our pattern. So there's two strands right there. I'm just going to turn my work and continue working my double crochet row. And I'm just going to work over the tail just to make it a little bit easier. And there we go. So just act like these two strands right here. And if you look closely, you can definitely see these two strands right here, that they look very similar. In fact, you can barely tell that they're different. And that is because we are using the same color of yarn. So just act like those two are the same, and then you can definitely see that this double crochet is a lot thicker than this regular double crochet. And that is how you make a strand thicker than what it originally is. And this is a technique that can save you some money while you are looking for different yarns to do, and it is a fun way to get rid of your scraps. Alrighty, so I'm just going to zoom back out so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Now go ahead and complete a couple more rows of the double stranded double crochet so that you guys can see the difference between these two stitches. Alrighty, so having done a couple of rows of the double stranded method, you can clearly see that these two rows right here are a lot thicker than these two rows down here. And if I'm just going to grab my ball of yarn again and just show you, I am just using the strands from here and the strand from the outside. And this method does eat up yarn quicker than just using it with one strand, but it also solves your problem if you don't have bulky weight yarn on hand, or if you need worsted weight yarn on hand and you only have fingering weight, or if you want really bulky yarn and you only have bulky yarn on hand. So there we go, that is how you do a double strand, and you just work any stitch the same way that you would, and just use the hook that's recommended. This is a 5.5mm crochet hook that I use for the worsted weight, but you can also use the 6mm if you want to be more comfortable, or if you want use an 8mm just to go up the hook size. And generally, when you are working double-stranded or triple-stranded, you want to use a larger hook than you normally use. And that is just for making sure the stitches are comfortable along the hook, and just for making sure that those stitches are nice and neat. And as you can clearly see, you can hardly tell that you are working double-stranded if you want to do it in the same color. So there we go. Just a little technique that I thought would be useful in case you are running out of yarn or if you are low on your stash. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.